now, so a Joy or Fanny will even further cripple you. And Uranus is not very good against Eve. Eve loves dealing with tanks. Yes, a vet Uranus can still handle it somewhat,
Sebelum
but
kita
this is
menonton,
more of a
marilah
safe
kita
choice than
subscribe dulu
anything.
guys
And
ya.
this late into the draft, I don't like
Di
it.
like juga guys ya. Kita masuk di
Risky
game
for
kedua
Kazakhstan.
antara
Defense-wise, it's just
Kamboja
very, very
versus
questionable,
Kazakhstan.
but here Cambodia picks up Yisan
Gatot
for
Kaca
themselves.
di
And
band,
again, this is
Hilda,
definitely
Esmeralda,
securing a lot of damage
Cici,
in the hands of Cambodia. And they
Lapu-Lapu.
have Alice
Terus
as well
ada Lancelot,
on their front
Baxia,
line. This is
Jusin,
gonna cause
Fredrin,
a lot of AoEs, a lot
Akai.
of crowd controls already in the hands of
First
Cambodia.
pick Kamboja,
We're gonna see the
Grok.
same setup we saw from earlier on.
Goal
Kita
lane
lihat
is the
mapnya
last
Expanding
pick now
River.
for Team Kazakhstan. There's really not a lot of good options left in the pool. They might actually have to consider going gold lane Lunox here. Harif is okay, and they go for that, but there's a lot of
Last
ways that it
pick,
can
Harif.
be countered. I'm just gonna straight out say it, Team Cambodia has won this draft.
Drafting-wise, Cambodia has a lot of things they covered out. Nothing much can be said for the side of Kazakhstan, though. There's a lot of risky choices they've made here so far. And again, we saw how it was when it comes to the first draft. They couldn't do a lot of the setup. When it comes to team fight-wise, this is going to be the same case here for the second round as well. So I'm wondering, what is it that Kazakhstan is thinking right now?
I think they're just trying to go back to comfort, which can work, but you still ideally want to have some tools here. Team Kazakhstan has no crowd control except for Kalea, and you can only grab one target. You have Purify on the Granger already, so that's no longer on the table.
Dari
Everything gets
keduanya
countered by
sama-sama
Eve.
bagus sih guys
melts
draft
through
picknya.
the Uranus. Alice actually counters him in lane as well, so Baby Agos not gonna have a good time, and that means no space.
Well, we hope for the best for Team Kazakhstan, even with this interesting draft. Welcome again to the World Esports Championship
2-0
2025. You are here
atau
with
1
Team
sama tuh.
Kazakhstan as well as Cambodia. Can they make it to the semi-finals? Give it up to them.
Team Cambodia currently one victory away from making it through to the semi-finals, claiming that final slot. Will they be able to do so, or will Team Kazakhstan defy the odds and surprises here with a draft that I already don't consider to be the most ideal?
And even now, they're going in all out straight away with the Ultra Rapid. Oh, a little bit of extension right there with touching. Had to move away with a flicker. Very close call there.
That was very close. Being able to survive there is going to be good. We can see up top, Wadu. Like I mentioned, Alice counters Uranus in lane. Very comfortable.
Oh! Where the last shoot for
Dia si Harif terkena panah asmara tuh.
Very bad as well. That's basically the only lane where
Langsung
Team
jatuh
Kazakhstan has
cinta
some
itu
kind
Harif.
of priority, which is why Detective went to gank it first.
But here on out, a little bit of extension coming in from Wadu. Will be able to be punished though. Boxy doing his best with a mighty swing, but Daz! Oh, barely alive
hampir
there.
guys ya, ya
Goes
busanya guys.
back again with the shadow. Will be able to survive it out. Somehow, Boxy going in all out to fight with Agop. Ultra Rapid trying to actually survive it out with
Wah,
the
mati
Trinity
dong.
as well.
Mati,
I think
mati.
that it's going to be just a down for Baby Agop.
Yeah, that is 100% a dead croc, but Boxy doesn't mind that all too much. He will definitely respawn before next turtle comes up, and he's already done his job of being a nuisance, basically. I will give props over to Gaverb Des on the Hayabusa. His composure there was kind of insane.
Ooh, Mountain Shocker comes in. Shadow kills not even enough to actually take down Detective. Now goes
Itulah
in for the
ruginya
Ultra Rapid,
Hayabusa,
goes in for the
guys.
mighty swing as well. Ooh, save able, but oh,
Terkadang kalau ngeblink atau flicker gitu ultinya kayak berhenti gitu guys. Cancel dia.
Trying to actually do a little bit of trade, but I don't think that's going to be a good decision coming from Team Kazakhstan.
Yeah, definitely not. I think they do just need to back this up and give this away. If they're confident, though, they could try and buy enough time for Haya.
Oh, baby, Agop again, extension.
Aldos juga sekarang tuh kayak banyak-banyak yang meleset-meleset gitu guys.
Cambodia is definitely gonna take everything here.
Aldos
Their
yang
health is
katanya
also low, but
tinjuku
there's no
tidak
way
akan pernah
Team
meleset,
Kazakhstan
meleset
enter the fight
juga Cok.
anymore. With Wadu just standing in front, and this is why I was concerned about the Uranus pick. There's still so many counters left in the pool when they locked it in, and there is not enough crowd control. This hero provides basically zero util.
Here's the thing. When it comes to Team Kazakhstan, earlier on, they cannot actually push too easily or even too aggressively earlier on. So this is where the fine line Kazakhstan needs to be a little bit of discipline.
Oi.
RBMB picked up Tectonic Charge. coming out alive there, but Shadow Kill comes in. Is it going to be enough? Riz takes down Detective, but at the same time, Zamakos come through. Ulfin will be able to take down Bossy. 2 kills in the hands of Kazakhstan for a while.
All right, that's good. That is something that Team Kazakhstan desperately needed right there. The committal to the tectonic charge was a little bit aggressive from Boxy. He should have been aware that both the heroes he targeted have Purify, and they overextended.
Standing right here, diving composition comes through, but it's not going to be enough though. They will be able to survive it out. Every transition as well as the consecration comes through by Baby Gago will not be able to actually take down Wadu. So back and forth comes through, but Riz barely also surviving out because of the fight with Zing as well.
Yeah, Zing is definitely giving a little bit of payback now, considering what happened to him in game number 1. The amount of
Jangan
pressure
terlalu
that was put
dekat,
in his
nanti
goal lane.
hilang
This
ginjal.
time, there's just no resources from Team Kazakhstan to spare, which means he is free to pursue the 1v1. And normally, Harif is supposed to beat Granger in lane. The fact that Singh is in such a dominant position is indicative.
Goes in for the tectonic charge. Tashtik flickers away. A little bit too much of the extension coming in from Kazakhstan will cost their life, and had to put that Threshen Pulse just so that Tashtik can survive.
Wadu in some trouble here. Ooh, good flicker from Baby Agop, but now he is stuck between the tier 1s and 2s. This is almost a guaranteed kill. You're dealing with a marksman here. Detective picks up the Uranus, and that's excellent timing because the turtle is now spawning.
Turtle definitely will be giving up very freely to the hands of Team Cambodia. Again, too much of the desperation
Turtle buat Kamboja.
They're forcing their fight in, and this is where the fine line that it can actually cost their life for them. So here's the thing.
Ini Kamboja nih termasuk kuat juga.
But at the same time, it's going to be good. So Tashtik just overlooking, going to actually back things up as well. But here the Rapid comes through, goes in for the Tsunami Sun, doesn't actually get anyone. And Nian right here, Wadu comes through to actually back things up. Breath of Sugar comes through, Tashtik will be taken out by Detective. And now RWM been picked up. They are going to be diving in. No, unfortunately Riz will be able to survive it out with the flicker. But at the same time right here, at the moment with Shadow Kill, will be able to actually take down Zing for the trades off. So that at least gives a little bit of one-to-one to the team of Kazakhstan.
Both teams sending 4 members to the side lanes to get a pick off on the gold laner. But Team Kazakhstan actually the ones successful in it. Now they're gonna try and collapse in the mid lane, but Team Cambodia are pretty sturdy.
They are sturdy, definitely not allowing it to actually be taken out that quickly, but still, it is a lot of pressure already been given out by Team Cambodia. So Kazakhstan, so far, yes, they have the answer, but it's still not going to be enough though, because all the setups that was done is a bit of failure.
I will say they have actually done a pretty good job of evening things up though. I expect the Team Cambodia to be in a much better position than this by now. They have made some mistakes from playing a bit too overtly aggressive. They still hold on to a 1k gold lead, but that's not all that much in the grand scheme of things. And the scaling from Team Kazakhstan can still carry them as long as they don't fall too far behind.
And see, so far right now, they are trying to set things up at the mid lane as well, as with 70 seconds coming up with the turtle as well, pushing out with just the basic attack. If the Rampet moves out right there, not going to actually do anything, as Obin will be able to survive it out. But seems like they actually spot out Tashtik through the grass, so they had to pull away before it actually comes into an ugly situation.
Very solid positionings there from Team Kazakhstan, having different people layered around the bushes in the river to make sure that they're able to retreat. And Team Cambodia now a bit slow to the turtle.
RWM been picked up. Yes, Turtle will be able to give it up by Kazakhstan as well. Shadow Kill comes through. Is it going to be enough though? Tectonic comes in, but with Ophi able to take down Dez as well. This is going to be a good trade. Double kill to the side of Ophi with Ophi. Now pushing it with a killing spree in the hands of Detective. 4 players in the hands of Cambodia. And now they are more vicious coming in for the turret.
MVP of that fight, once again, going to be Wadu for sure. Cambodia were a bit slow to the turtle because they all rotated down to the bot lane. And it was quite smart of Team Kazakhstan to use that to try and blitz the objective. But then they stayed together, got caught in the RWM. And then Wadu flickered into the back with the Throne of Ruin to even catch the backliners, setting them up for Team Cambodia to go for a full rundown. The fact that they lost no members there means that the trade for the turtle is 100% worth it. And they're going to be able to translate that to even more structural control.
All the turrets are going to be even more further on. Ultra Rapid, Mighty Swing, as well as RWM. Ulvin cannot get out of that trap that was set up very perfectly by Cambodia. Now, Baby Agrop goes in for the dash, but somehow it's not going to be enough though. Can he actually pull through? Somehow Team Cambodia also doesn't want to actually overextend.
Dominan,
Somehow
dominan.
they do give a lot of damage already to the side of Team Kazakhstan.
Team Kazakhstan is gonna need to rely on macro play now. Basically, they have no way of actually winning a direct team fight against Team Cambodia. They need to rely on pickoffs. Actually, that's the issue of going for a Kalea roam. They're very dependent on those. Maybe Akov so far doing an excellent job actually of just delaying time, soaking damage to keep the inhibitor alive, and Des is able to trade a tower up top for it, but now he might be in a bit of a sticky spot.
Why? Oh, okay. Never mind. Shadow Kill comes in right now, but it's not going to be enough though. Detective will be able to take down Des. I'm not sure why he actually tried to recall there.
He really had no other choice. Mount Shocker came out, he was seen, he knew, okay, I'm not getting out of here unless I win this 1v1. Detective's just too far ahead at this point. That is a 2-level lead on the Yisan Shin. Lord
Rasanya
just
tuh
came up
cuman
as well.
rasa yang pernah ada.
Right now, every single grass has already been opened up by Wadu, denying any kind of ambush or sneaks comes in from Team Kazakhstan. This is going to be a free lot, will be in the hands of Team Cambodia. Boxy looking for a way to just burst down even more to Baby Agob. Baby Agob has been struggling so far, trying to be the best frontliner, but yet again, not to say that he hasn't done a good job, but he does survive long enough to actually maintain. But Shadow Kills comes in, it's just going to be a bit of damage. RWM has already been picked up. Even the Tectonic Charge comes through now, drags it up immediately with Baby Agob had to move away with the flicker to survive it out.
Multiple resources being spent right there. I'm kind of surprised Team Cambodia went for that, and it might have been better to save the cooldowns until the Lord came up. But maybe they were also trying to force ultimates out of their opponents so that they could get an easier base push in. Blade of Heptasy is now completed on Boxy. This guy just likes going damage items on tanks because that is fun. Lord pushing in mid lane.
Let's see, goes in again for the Yogi Shadow, but at the same time, what comes through? Is it going to be enough though? They don't have enough of the information that can actually set things
Ya,
up.
tuh Groknya jaga-jaga Kalea.
Try to go in, OP takes down Obin first of all, goes in for the Zaman Force, and also make sure to get in with the Tsunami Slam, but it's not going to be enough. They goes in for the Shadow Kill, but not enough damage there. Unfortunately, we'll have to actually survive it out, but maybe Akon will be taken out by OP. Tashin also be still away by Detective, and now living off only 2 players of Team Kazakhstan.
This is the definition of a death ball composition. There's so much bulk. What we can do?
Berat. Berat cok, kayak nahan rindu nih.
Our last grand finalist coming in right here, which is semi-finals in the hands of Team Cambodia.
Team Cambodia will claim the final spot in the guaranteed top 4 of the open category of WEC 2025. They'll be moving on to the semi-finals to face off against Team Turkey. And it was a very impressive performance indeed. Unfortunately, that does mean it's the end of the road.
Jangan lupa di subscribe, di like.
They tried, but then
Sampai ketemu di game-game selanjutnya, cok.
not a lot of things they can actually counter off to the drafted